down.
Oh no!
They've all been taken down. It's really sad.
No, this one's still up.
We should be live, so if anyone can tell me how the sound balance is.
Video's loading for me.
It's alright.
Sounds fine to me.
Same here.
Alright. Well then.
I still wish I would have written one for this.
Don't worry, nothing could have topped your ambition, Creepypasta.
Ambition.
Find me a video game and I'll search Creepypasta wiki.
Donkey Kong. It's gotta exist.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Yep.
Yes. There's another Shrek one.
What is it with you and Shrek creepypastas?
I only found 2. There's also Mario's Mansion.
This one isn't about Donkey Kong.
This isn't a creepypasta at all, but it's sad enough to be one.
That's always a good sign.
I think this is about a fake game, but it's still kind of funny.
There's a Club Penguin one. A Popeye one. What?
Try to look up a Betty Boop one.
I was about to search for blood, and then I realized...
That ain't gonna work.
Yeah, just get the index.
Hyper-realistic blood.
Oh man, I hope there's a Captain Novolan one.
Oop, Donkey Kong 64.
Damn it.
Jeez, this is long.
Oh, there's an Ace Attorney one. Here we go.
Yeah, put that on the pile.
Derp, you're reading that one.
Why am I reading
Derp's
it?
playing.
Yeah, plus that.
Come on, I trust you can read and play at the same time.
Yeah, you're not pulling your own weight, man.
Alright, I'll save that one up. Let's look for more.
I found one about Civilization 2.
Oh god. Yes, a Banjo-Kazooie one.
Oh my god.
The scariest game.
Hey, you laugh, but Clinker's Cavern?
Oh man, Mad Monster Mansion, super creepy.
I gotta look up Dark Side Phil.
Yeah.
No!
And then he didn't bitch about the game once.
Oh god, this is horrible.
Oh, there's no Battletoads creepypasta. That's a bunch of bullshit.
I know
No.
there's a Dark Souls creepypasta.
First hit is about Hey Arnold.
Of course.
Second hit is about
Turns
Rugrats.
off a sudden.
What about a Rocket Power creepypasta?
Oh, please. Please.
I found a Banjo-Kazooie one, but it's not even finished, and it's crappy enough to be a finished one.
I found one called Tito's Revenge or Hawaiian Dicking.
What?
That's a Rocket Power creepypasta.
You know, like the ancient Hawaiians said.
I'm kinda scared. Because of Hawaiian Dicking. That's not inspiring a lot of confidence.
God damn it, that sounds like a really crappy porno.
Hold on, let me restart
There is
the
one that is
stream.
called A Night of Nick Gay.
Olmec looked pissed, that's all I see.
Up, you went offline.
Yeah, I know, I was restarting the stream. Because I started dropping frames like crazy, I don't know why.
There must be a King Mama creepypasta somewhere.
Cooking Mama? Yeah, there is.
Cook. Yeah, I think Slow Beef did one, didn't he?
He
Mhm.
sure did.
Why are these so long?
Because people just like to write bullshit forever. Also, that's how Sonic.exe did it, so that's how they have to do it.
Well, of
I
course.
like them when they're short and stupid.
I mean, if Sonic.exe did it, you gotta do it. Otherwise, what kind of hack are you? Oh man, Bubsy! There's gotta be Bubsy.
You know, at some point you guys might actually want to start reading, just saying.
Yes.
Instead of just talking
Isn't that
about
game
it.
Ragni played essentially a creepypasta?
Yeah. Bubsy 3D 666.
Is that an actual thing, or...?
Amnesia, the final descent.
What, the Bubsy one?
Yeah.
The Bubsy one is.
I'm very
King-
disappointed to find out there's no Howard the Duck creepypasta.
That is bullshit.
Kingdom Hearts, Dream Drop Nightmare.
There were no belts on any character.
Oh shit, is there an army man?
Oh!
Sarge is dead.exe.
No! Oh Jesus Christ, I found 24,000 results from Alan Wake.
Oh god.
And they all have this same fucking theme.
The real question, though, is are any of them better than Alan Wake?
I'm pretty sure they all are.
Come on. Oh,
I mean, they would have to be pretty fucking talented in order to make something that garbage.
damn it, there's no Daytona USA one.
I found please wake up. Keep waking up. Wake up. Don't even wake up. Just wake up.
Oh my god.
I found a Dungeons and Dragons creepypasta.
Put it on the pile.
But is there a Shadowrun creepypasta?
I'll look that up.
Channel total. Link to
Come
creepypasta.wiki.com.
on, King Arthur Knights of Justice, damn it!
Oh shit! I found a SpongeBob creepypasta.
I found a
Oh,
Shadowrun
there's so
one.
many of those. Because
Oh,
of
give that one my way.
Squidward suicide. There's gotta be a bunch of SpongeBob ones after that.
Give me that Shadowrun.
I heard
Are you going
creepypastas.
Channel.
Hi,
Oh,
Grass
we're
Lamb.
Turn that
We're digging.
Shadowrun creepypasta into a campaign.
Oh, you want some good shit? I'll find some good shit.
Run,
Oh yes, we got
Grasslam.
the best.
Yeah,
Right.
Voidwalker Grasslam.
there's a Shrek one, and that one's pretty great.
We are
There's two.
continuing this shit from 7 months ago.
Yeah, give me that
no.
Shadowrun one. I want to read that.
No, this just turns out it's somebody theorizing about making a Shadowrun creepypasta.
Oh, well, that's stupid.
So,
Womp
gentlemen, what kind of creepypasta are you in for the mood for today? Video games, tabletop, anything
Long
you
live the
find?
Queen.
Okay, let's see if I can find that shit.
Also, see if you can
Oh.
find an actual Shadowrun creepypasta, because now I want one.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, DuckTales.
Woohoo.
Whoa!
So I've got one about I think a fake game. Should I read that one just to start us off?
Sure.
I found what appears to be a module for a Shadowrun campaign based upon a creepypasta.
Does it have to be Shadowrun tabletop or Shadowrun the actual game?
They both would work.
I could write a Shadowrun one, and then Kilmer walks in. It's pretty scary.
Kilmer
And then
is a
Grassland
creepypasta.
punches Clumpy in the dick after she realizes his menacing plan.
And then Spinal walks in. Skeletons are creepy, right? That's good enough.
Not sure Spinal is creepy though. It's more along the lines of it's just disturbing.
Yeah, I think the skeleton would only work if it was covered in hyper-realistic blood.
Well,
Well,
one
I
of
mean,
the
a
skin
skeleton
colors, so
did
it
pop
works.
out.
Oh, yeah, excellent. Do that.
It's one of his texture packs.
Okay, so I'm gonna read this one. It's fairly short.
Fairly. Oh, well, that was easy.
The press of a button.
Channel total.
I should link
Link
it
to
so people can read it.
creepypasta.wiki.com.
It had been 3 weeks since I had gotten that fateful game. Peppa Pig's Carnival. Yes, I know. It
Oh, no.
sounded soppy, but it wasn't. 'Cause it almost killed me. It all started in late June when my local game store, Game Subway, was having a weekend game drive-in where people could drive past a special booth and get a free DS game. They had Donkey Kong's Jungle Beat for boys under 15 and Peppa Pig's Carnival for girls under 15. At first, when I saw the advert on TV, my interest was piqued. But after 3 hours of waiting in a queue, it started to drag on. A lot. So I was kinda relieved when our car reached the booth. By the time I had gotten the DS game into my DS, it was almost bedtime. But at least it gave me a good half hour to get accustomed to the 25 minigames it mentioned on the back of the box. Pressing the A button when the game loaded, I was met with a shock. The words Peppa Pig's Carnival were there, but underneath them, 2 more words said, Hail Satan. Trying my hardest to ignore this, I looked at all the available profiles. One said Peppa Pig, one said George Pig, one said Mummy Pig, and the others said Daddy Pig. and all of them had satanic pentagram right next to the progress made bar. Feeling brave, I tapped the Daddy Pig profile. Instantly, a scrolling list of minigames came up on the screen. They were as follows. Drawing pentagrams. Sacrificing Peppa and George. Making blood rain. Poisoning candy. The rest of the games, however, had a pentagram item on them, and each said, locked until you appease Satan with a minigame score of 1,000 or more. After seeing this, I tried to turn the DS off, but the screen froze, except for the fact that a full body image of Peppa with her bones sticking out and guts pouring through her mouth was vomiting through the screen. Through the screen, interesting. And it wasn't digitalized crappy looking vomit, it was the real deal! Frightened, I put my DS with the game in the spare room. They have a spare room.
Hyper-realistic vomit.
Lark.
Ugh.
I'm going to speak with the game store about this, I muttered under my breath after seeing vomit come through my... What the fuck? And so I did! Showing Mom the satanic version of Peppa Pig, she marched me, the DS, and the game up to Game Subway, and demanded that the game tech manager needed to have a look. And they also ordered a sandwich, I guess. 3 weeks later, we got our reply in the post. It read, Dear Flynn family, we apologize for the problem with your DS game, but we could not pinpoint it. We believe that the game was given a modification by a professional hacker before it left the factory. We shall be sending a replacement of the exact same game over to you, and it should arrive with you on Monday. If there are any more problems, please don't hesitate to let us know. Yours sincerely, the managing board of Game Subway, 93 Crestford Boulevard, Atlanta. And the game did come, but we didn't want to take any risks this time, so we burned it. And I swear, when the game went up in smoke, I heard the voices of Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig say, Hail Satan!
Oh no.
Epilogue.
No.
The day after we burned the game, we found the shape of a pentagram in the ashes with the words, All Hail Satan written in blood underneath. We had further proof that the game was satanic, but when we sent the photos of this pentagram and the blood writing to Game Subway, they refused to reply, saying it was made up. They did, however, send us a $400 compensation check, so I guess that solves it. Or does it?
So, I found two...
Some questions still remain! How did the game suddenly turn satanic, and why? But I guess we'll never get an answer.
Okay, that had to
That
be
was
a joke
stupid.
one.
That was
Wait,
stupid.
so... Go ahead, y'all.
No, I'm done. I was just saying that
No,
had to
no,
be a
we're
joke
done.
one.
Your turn.
So, I found two so far. I found League of Legends and Maple Story.
I found Meta Knight's identity.
Should I link them both?
Yeah, I'm on.
Sure.
Oh, and I'm sorry, Kazooie.
Channel
That's a
red
great
link to creepypasta.wikia.com.
esports, the Creepypasta.
Channel
Okay,
red
I'm
Grassland.
link to creepypasta.wikia.com.
I'm really bad at reading stuff out loud, so it's up to you guys.
I have a new task for you.
What's my mission?
Army men.
Oh, that should be easy.
I'm gonna restart the stream again, lower my coding. Sure, there's plenty of those.
Okay,
Channel
who's next?
red link to creepypasta.wikia.com. Channel
I don't know who's
to
going.
creepypasta.wikia.com.
I mean, I'll go if I can find a good one.
I could just read this Kirby one. I don't really care.
Yeah, do it. Just that
Alright.
starting line.
Meta Knight's identity. Oh, Kirby, why did I have to be so late to see how amazing your games are? Many of my friends were Kirby fanatics, saving up for the next game. I watched their joy as they booted up their games and played Spring Breeze together. I wondered, what is all the hype about? It couldn't hurt to check it out. The next day, I was glued to my DS Lite with Kirby Superstar Ultra, loving every second of it. The green light of the device was on at all times. My friends could have called me addicted as we played Meta Knight's Revenge. But curiosity got the best of me, and that passion of the human nature to find the truth burned inside of me. After beating Meta Knight and high-fiving my best friend, I looked back and his mask had split. For a split second, his face showed. Normally, his face, eyes, and mouth were a shade of purple, but this time, they looked like they were burning. This was my first encounter with him, so I shrugged it off. My friend was playing with me though, and told me it gave chills. We played Meta Knight Nightmare Ultra, and he still had the same fiery eyes. Later that week, my friend invited me over, and to satisfy my addiction, we played Kirby the entire time. I looked at Meta Knight, but this time his eyes were yellow and innocent. I went home and played in bed. As I played a Meta Knight, the music seemed to get slower and slower and slower, to the point where only one note hummed in the background. Then, Meta Knight stared directly at the camera. His cold, lifeless eyes met mine. A dialogue box appeared saying, "Why did you stop playing? Don't you love Kirby? Isn't this your hobby? Gaming? It's me you're staring at me! What? Do my eyes look different from your friend's game? Is that a problem? Do you really want your real Meta Knight? Because you're looking for me. You better wish you didn't look for me so far into this." His voice only kept increasing in volume, no matter how low I pushed the volume bar. "Kirby is long gone. I exterminated him from any Kirby game you own. Now, you get to play with me. Me, Meta Knight." At that point, I was afraid my parents would wake up. Meta Knight took of his mask, and his face burned like a hothead. His face made me grimace, and I churned my stomach fluids. I ran to my bookcase of games and whipped out all of my Kirby games. I booted up each one. At each title screen, I looked away. Any Kirby in the game was cut up, bleeding, and suffering. The gameplay was different too. The only character available was Meta Knight. I was horrified, and turned the DS off. I couldn't show this to anyone. I locked all of my Kirby games in my little safe, changed the code, and buried it in my backyard, hoping that no one would ever find it. The end.
I pretty much played Green Greens during that, and it became so much funnier.
Yes.
Did it slow down?
Oh
until
man,
one
I have
was
the amazing
playing?
mirror on my 3DS. I should have been playing that. Damn.
All things considered, that was a happy ending. The only people that died were Kirby's.
Yeah.
This is a creepypasta. There are no happy endings, only pain.
No, that one, no one else died. Just Kirby's.
Yeah, so who wants to read next?
Blazing.
I seem to cannot find army men.
Oh.
There's still this Ace Attorney one.
What?
Ace Attorney, the Judgment Day.
Post that, post it.
Channel.
It's on fanfiction.net, but it does say
Fanfiction.net.
creepypasta in all caps.
So that's how you know it's legit.
Exactly. It says the first creepypasta AA fic. I shouldn't have bought the game. ...
Alright, who's reading?
Oh, and it was posted on Halloween.
I think I just seriously found a Lucky Charms creepypasta.
Yes.
Taste the rainbow.
If you guys want somewhere up there, I linked the Harvest Moon one. There's a bunch.
Taste of Rainbow of Satan.
Fuck you all, I'll read it.
Okay.
Are you reading it, Bo?
No, just hearing Taste the Rainbow of Satan was pretty funny, but yeah, I'll read it.
Let me read it. No, certainly is not in the... Maybe it could be in here. I kind of pulled it out of my ass.
Okay, so I'm reading it. Some months ago, the 5th part of Ace Attorney Saga, Gyakuten Saiban 5 was announced. Since I had bid reviews to the game to be ready to be released and I couldn't handle it for too much, I decided to buy one of the old games to remember old good times. The cartridges I had time ago ended up lost. Reason why I went to the marts.
This is the best!
Yeah, this is pretty great.
I arrived, and I went to the game store. I'm assuming this person is in the UK, because games all caps. Where this kind of merchandise was sold, but the shop assistant quickly said to me that the video game was removed from the markets because of his oldness. Parentheses. Take into account this game is from the year 2001. In parentheses. I sighed with this dissatisfaction, and when I was about to go, an old man stopped me. Excuse me, are you saying you're looking for the Ace Attorney game? He asked me, and I nodded. He told me I would go away with it for a reasonable price, so I put my hand on my wallet and asked him to take me to his place.
Yikes.
Did he also be driving?
We're reading a police log of someone, like, propositioning an old man, right?
Yeah,
By the way, did he drive a white van? This is important. Because I'm pretty sure that's very white van-y.
it gets worse.
Oh, dude,
dear.
MGS3.
This is fun, this is great. Okay, he told... When we arrived, he gave it to me, and I noticed the cover was pretty darker than the original one. I asked him why this was like this, and his face became serious. Let's say this video game is special, he said. It's what us collectors call a limited edition, or a hidden version. Are you telling me this is like a deleted scene from a movie? And it was. Intrigued by all this, I decided to take the game with me. I cursed the day I bought it. I arrived home and picked up my Nintendo DS, put it on the table along with the just bought game, and I started to unwrap the package carefully. As I got it out, I put the cartridge in the Nintendo and started to play. Oh my god, he actually said in the Nintendo.
The Nintendo.
The Nintendo. This guy is a dad. He has to be.
I don't know. This is pretty bad.
Everything was normal, nothing out of the ordinary. I started in the main screen and I chose start. Here starts the weird. I directly started in the court. I, as the usual, was playing as Phoenix Wright, and the prosecution was Miles Edgeworth. Everything was really weird for me. However, I decided to shrug and start.
But
The
you just said it wasn't weird.
No, he said it right here. Here starts the weird. The prosecutor and the defense introduced each other, and the case started. In that moment, without expecting it, the screen darkened a bit. I wondered if it could be some bug, but I quickly ignored that. I went to the court record and I saw two profiles, Sazin Az and Tim Vick.
Oh.
Wow, that's worse than what the writers usually do.
The thing that surprised me the most was that their faces were the exact ones as the ones from two characters that appeared in the game previously. Shelly the Killer and Matt on guard. It wasn't the worst part, but my client was Sazin Az. This is, I was defending the murderer! I perfectly knew how this was going to end up like, Phoenix losing the case. But it wasn't like this. As the game went forward, more and more evidences were shown that my client was the guilty one and Phoenix was still trying to change his future bad destiny. Future bad destiny. That's Pathfinder tonight, by the way. Something that made me wonder was that As I went further in the gameplay, the screen was becoming darker and darker, and the volume was becoming lower and lower, like I was switching it off without doing it. Some seconds later, Phoenix shouted his well-known objection, but in place of his voice, Edgeworth's voice sounded instead. This way, then Edgeworth shouted objection back with Phoenix's voice. In a moment, the screen darkened so much I could barely see anything on it. For the second time, I wondered if it was a bug from the game, but I didn't care much. Until the screen became totally black and the sound literally broke.
What?
I looked at the console's battery. It was alright in green, so the game couldn't switch off just like that. I tried to push A sometimes, then nothing happened or sounded. And finally, Phoenix's mudshot appeared in big on the top of the screen. But it wasn't his usual mudshot, it was his silhouette, filled in black with big, bloody red eyes. I was more frightened than I could ever imagine. In horror, I threw my Nintendo and it fell on the floor, and there it was, with that horrid face looking at me from the ground. Suddenly, under that picture, a text appeared. Continue game? I was really scared, and I thought about it more than twice before doing anything, but in the end I decided to pick up my console and push yes. Suddenly the sound returned. Oh god, if it returned. Louder than ever. Lots of screams and shouts of horror started to get out of the speakers backwards like it was a satanic spell or something like that. I moved away from my console, leaving it in front of me, without touching it. And characters in the video game started to attack each other with their bare hands, tearing each other's skin, biting, scratching, and pulling each other's hair and extremities, even tearing off part of each other's body with tables, chairs, and such.
What the fuck?
Everything seemed so horribly real that it felt like my soul froze.
Well, there's the hyper-realistic.
All the characters, the same Phoenix of before appeared, crying blood and screaming painfully. The court's floor started to rip off open, and black dust and smoke, fire, and a tear-off hand happened from it and carried them all away. Okay, what?
Floor master!
Suddenly we're in Legend of Zelda. Everyone except Phoenix, who stayed still in front of the screen. After some seconds of dying silence, I tried to pick up the console, even if I was totally frightened so much I almost didn't move. And just in that moment, the lawyer shouted my name and then said, "It's your fault! It's your fault, we're doomed! You're the guilty one!" The evil hand turned him into ashes as it carried him to the depths of hell.
Oh, it was Ghost Rider.
And that's the end of it.
I found Farmville.
There's 8 reviews. Are any of them good?
I found Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Death
Channel
Snap with an
Redline.
amazing
Link
picture.
to creepypasta.wikia.com.
Farm file.
Farm File.
That just sounds like, you know, someone was trying to make like a witty review name.
I'm so witty, herp.
Yeah, that's precisely it.
Also, I found one called Fangirling.
What?
Huh?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
as a
Yep.
verb?
Yep. As a title. Legit title. I'm reading it right now. Holy shit, dude.
Oh man. Out loud?
Fuck no.
Oh.
Okay, there's an entire wiki dedicated to Resident Evil 6 creepypastas. I'm
Just
sorry.
specifically 6.
Yeah, it says Resident Evil 6 creepypasta wiki.
Okay, you want me to read this one?
I think
Blazing hasn't
I
gone
think-
yet.
Don't make me read that. For the love of God, don't make me read that.
Make him read it.
the
You're gonna read it.
Copy Freak, you have the power.
existence of a final... What power?
Hey now, I get to decide who lives and who dies in here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Grassland
Yeah.
has the power.
Yeah, this
Oh.
Pokemon Snap picture is so fucking stupid.
Well, I'm not going to the chest.
Okay, so which one am I reading?
Take your pick at this point.
Farmville or Fangirls, the ones I provided.
Channel link to creepypasta.wikia.com.
I'm gonna need a moment.
Also, I found Anti-Sonic DLL.
Yeah,
3 L's.
that's the third in the series of Sonic.exe.
3 L's on it.
Yeah,
It's not just
hell.
normal hell, it's hell.
Yeah, hell.
It's not just normal hell, it's hell.
Yeah,
It's hell. LL.
Is that like Superman? Like Kal-El?
Oh my god, this one's so fucking long.
AT triple hockey sticks.
At least it doesn't have me screaming as Meta Knight.
Wait,
so
what's
I'll
this
take
one? Barbie.avi?
What?
That sounds like girl games thread.
That sounds like a derp creepypasta. You're reading it.
No, it's only a derp creepypasta if it's Mary Kate and Ashley.
I wonder if there is one. Also, I
Go.
don't think
No,
It's,
this is different. I've heard of this one before. It's not about actual Barbie.
I'm highly disappointed. Why is it in the computers and internet section?
Because it is a video, so it is about like computers and internet.
Alright, well that was a good Isaac run.
It's mostly just boring and until
Oh man,
anticlimax of the
spoilers.
story.
Facebook chat?
Oh shit! There better be a Street Sharks one.
Are you okay?
I'm dying.
Which one you reading?
Oh god. I'm reading the Farmville one. This is really bad.
I provide the finest creepypastas for my friends. Like fine wine aged. But with shit.
Oh god, it's got pictures with it.
I know, right?
God damn it, I opened the fangirling one and it gave me a Trojan.
What?
What?
I didn't get
You
it.
mean a computer virus, right?
Yes, it gave me a pop-up and Norton blocked it.
Okay.
I didn't get it.
Always use ad block.
Oh, that could be it. I have ag block on mine.
Oh man, I gotta look up Street Fighter ones.
But don't you guys understand? If you use ad block, Darkside Phil won't get any money.
Oh no.
Hey guys,
Right.
guess what I found?
What?
Is it
Google
Darkside Phil?
fucking 3D maps.
The creepypasta?
Yep.
Okay, I guess I'll read the Farmville one.
Go for it.
Last month, my best friend was committed to a mental institution. I fear I'm next. I'm playing a game called Farmville. Now before you start telling me how gay it is, I want to warn you there's something going on. I don't understand how Zynga could let this be on their servers, or even if they know it exists. Whatever hell it is. I've been playing this game since the second week it existed, and I'm finally convinced a friend of mine to try it for once. He was pretty upset with me the next day that I told him to try it, and he told me that he had gotten a virus from trying to download it. That was odd. As far as I know, I've never gotten a virus from the game, and I know for sure that you don't download it. I told him that he tried downloading the wrong game, but he insisted that it was right on Facebook. This already has continuity errors in it, what the fuck? He had reset his computer later that night, and he told me that he could get on the game. So he called me in order to have some help getting started. Being the savvy farm girl that I am, I was far more than willing to help him start his farm. He told me that the loading screen looked depressing. He laughed a little bit and asked me how it was supposed to be a family-friendly game with something so morbid. I didn't understand what he meant at all. They were showing a picture of a new limited edition English countryside at the theme at the time. What about that could be depressing? I heard him go silent after talking to me for 4 minutes. Then he began to nervously chuckle. He asked me if this was some kind of joke. Confused, I told him simply no and asked him what's wrong. He began to tell me how fucked up the game was, still laughing all the while until he stopped talking again. He was silent for maybe 30 seconds before abruptly telling me that he had to go and that he'd call me back. He never did. I found out from his tearful family 3 days later that he was committed to a mental institution. It tore my heart to pieces. My best friend in the world was now in such a facility. I stopped by his house 2 weeks later, opting to take his computer home with me and take care of it.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Oh dear. I found another golden one.
Who wants to computer sit for me?
What? Fuck.
So I have a question for y'all. Have you heard of something called Hanelia? It's an anime.
No.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh, is
Guess
it the
what
half
I
episode one?
found?
No.
It's the
Yes.
half episode one, isn't it?
Yeah.
23 and a half or whatever.
No, it's Hanelia's Romano's Revenge.
Oh, it's that one. Okay. Yeah, that one's not very good.
Channel
Well,
Redlum. Link to
none of them are very good,
creepypasta.withya.com.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. That one's. It's Italia.
Oh, God. Why does this have pictures?
Oh god, I found a Vocaloid one.
Okay, why did this guy
Why?
make a fucking... Why did he make a wiki for one creepypasta? Stupid ass Resident Evil 6 one.
I was going to say, the Resident Evil 6 creepypasta is itself a creepypasta. Its mere existence is creepy enough.
You know, it figures the Resident Evil 6 creepypasta site is terrible.
Yeah, it figures that it's just as shitty as the game.
Channel Redlum. Link to creepypasta.withya.com.
Where are you finding these?
Link to Resident Evil
Was
6
it ready?
creepypasta1.withya.com.
It's grassland.
The same place I found a yaoi study.
I found a
Hi
Payday
there.
2 creepypasta.
Okay, that is one step away from me leaving.
Instant creepypasta, what the fuck?
Okay. I'm gonna start up again.
It's
Back
fucking
on-
wrong.
Back
Yep.
on the 28th of March.
I found a Steam
Farmville-
one!
God damn it!
The poor man Reed.
Ooh, there's a Fire Emblem Awakening one.
Go on. Tell us the magical story.
Back on the 28th of March, the Farmville Cows made a post on Facebook. It said, "The cows for a brighter Farmville has reached 4.3 million fans. That is a huge number of cows in our herd, and we're going to need every single one of you to support us for the dark days to come. Thank you for your support. Moo."
Oh god, I typed in yaoi to literally a academic journal search and got 2 studies on specifically yaoi that I didn't see
That's
before.
nice, Chase.
No!
Wait
I'm
a
done
second.
here.
The cow posted moo? Well, right now I understand how this creepypasta is going to end. It's clearly an exploding raccoon in disguise.
Exactly. Gotta watch out for that.
Swear to God, Shane. Don't start this.
I will start this. There are 11 studies that came up when I typed in yaoi.
Chase.
Chase, this is Creepypasta Day.
Guys,
Don't make
I'm
me
scared.
have Grassland mute you.
Let me just read the title here.
No.
The International Yaoi Boys Love.
No.
Just let him read the title.
Thank you, Grassland.
I need a sound effect where there's a shotgun going off.
And the regulation of virtual child porno.
I'm trying to listen.
on, Chase. Chase. I'm gonna leave you there for a couple of minutes.
I think you killed
I'll be right
Blazing.
back. We'll get a snack.
What is happening in here?
Well, Blazing's dead.
Alone.
Wait, after hearing that, you need some time alone? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I think we're gonna take a break from doing silly, crazy shit in Pathfinder Night and have a just nice cool down session. A session where we don't talk about what Shay is talking about at all. Ever.
Guys, I'm scared.
You should be.
I'm used to this.
I got tears in my eyes. I'm fucking crying.
Channel
I got 6 on standby, so.
Yeah, I get that, Chase.
Study. I'm not kidding.
I need to take off my glasses.
Alright, I'm back.
Yeah, I think Blazing just died.
You know, for hanging out with us, you have a surprisingly low tolerance for this shit, Blazing.
Shut up! Kill you, man!
Oh my god.
Yeah, you'll kill me, okay?
This fucking rocket power one is the worst thing I've ever read.
Devil Team Channel.
Alright, Chase.
Devil
Put the gag back on you.
Oh my god! Oh shit.
What's going on in here?
Creepypasta.
Oh, okay.
I'm just reading off the title of an academic study, and Grassland keeps reading.
Wikia.com.
Is it that Yowie one that you found earlier?
Yes, it is!
No.
Devil
No. The Yaoi one I found earlier is completely inoffensive. The one I was reading, yeah, that one's creepy.
You cut me off right as I was saying, please keep Chase muted. But okay.
I have a finger on the trigger.
Oh my god!
To kill who?
Everyone!
Okay. What are we reading next?
Oh! Can I just read the ending to this? Because it's really terrible and disgusting, but the ending is amazing.
Sure.
I found a Steam one.
And this is the rocket power one. Called Tito's Revenge. Alright, so a lot of disgusting shit happens, and then, just then, Tito remembered he was not man, but bear. He skinned himself to reveal his true identity, a grizzly bear. He sat in the center of the room for several hours until Reggie's father came in. Reggie, it's time for school. Oh, holy fucking shit, it's a bear, oh my god, and then Tito attacked and ate Ray. Then Tito went outside and let out a bear noise, and a ray came from the sky and swept him away to his home planet of Canada.
Beautiful.
A++ would bear again.
Oh man, I really need to find
Okay,
the
so
soccer one.
that's literally the best thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yep, we're done here. We're not getting better than that.
Dream over.
Okay, it's time to feel bad for the person with the worst name in the world. His first name is literally Yaoi. He's a Japanese psychological researcher.
Moment of silence.
Yeah.
Fuck that noise.
Yaoi Hirofumi.
It's not my fault his parents hated him.
Alright, what are we reading next?
There's
How
the
about
Steam
some
one
academic
Grassland
studies,
link.
kids?
I
No.
found a Steam
No.
one.
No, I can't.
We're not doing
go
that.
I can't go on with this anymore. I'm fucking crying.
Chaz,
Are we
Chaz.
specifically doing really bad ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Bill.
There's another kind?
Yeah, I'm not sure there's really good ones.
There's mediocre ones and there's really bad ones.
Yeah.
No, there is just really bad ones.
We need to find things that are entertaining.
Well, there's one about Archa.
Just repeat the ending of that Rocket Power one for the rest of the stream.
Yeah.
You can try and
Literally
find one
all
for Sister
creepypastas
Sister.
must end like that.
Find a Mary-Kate and Ashley one.
Specifically,
Is Derby
Mary.
been back yet?
No, I'm here.
Specifically, Mary Kate and Ashley licensed to drive.
Okay, it's just you've been very quiet.
Let's see.
let's see.
Well, of course it has the sorrow. Why wouldn't it?
Should we read this fangirling one?
Please do.
Alright, I think I'll...
Oh my god, the Fury kills him.
I think I'll read
Spoilers.
this. I think I'll read this one. This is fangirling. Does involve swearing.
Oh no.
Holy fucking shit, Dirk. Go home. Lay this fucking ass down. You bastard.
You too, Ed.
You too, Ed.
Not
I'm a
exact-
shit man.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Not exactly sure how to start. I'm a creepypasta fangirl. Okay, I've given you enough time to splice that out of the audio. Like serious fangirl. I love anything that'll make me have to take an entire bottle of sleep pills to get to sleep because I'm scared shitless.
Well, that's just suicide.
Well, if you were a serious creepypasta fangirl... Sorry, that was wrong. That was wrong. I know I'd never be able to live alone because I'd probably be insane. You can't deny it. Even if you've been reading these for years and are used to them, they still affect you. Especially the good ones.
Right.
The
Good ones.
If there's one creepypasta character I, lowercase, love is Jeff the Killer.
Oh,
I think he's an interesting story. I especially love the Jeff is back, most appealing one I've ever seen. I also like Eyeless Jack. Jack is back!
What about Slenderman?
Please.
So what's Slenderman?
Saul.
Don't bring in Jack Sparta or Jack the Ripper into this. They are much better than either of those pieces of shit.
As you know, there is a video link to the mental hospital video. It wouldn't be a web link, it's a video link. Now, when I went to go comment on the video, naturally, but suddenly my computer shut down into blue screen. After reading the story, I was ready to drop the computer and run screaming from my house like a baby, but I thought someone was trolling me. Plus, I was paranoid as shit!
Well, that's the swearing.
But, naturally, life wasn't done shitting around with me, and next the TV went static and the power out. My brother was downstairs play GTA V, so first instinct, run like a little girl to him. I kept my cool and asked him casually if he was fine, then slid down on the couch, huddling a pillow and thinking I was gonna die while watching him run over innocent people in his game. I felt a bit better after that and started realizing it was some kind of shit-eating troll who decided to traumatize someone who could go MMA on their sorry ass for this. I'm confused at this point.
I think she's talking. They're bragging about how much they could beat up the person that did this or something.
Well, I'm mostly confused about how running innocent people over in a video game makes you feel better.
This is so
she's
terrible.
A creepypasta fangirl, so obviously weird stuff makes her get calm.
This is so terrible. I'm inclined to believe this is Ernest.
Yeah. Well. I only went back upstairs to cook supper. Mum would be home at 6. I turned on the MTV Top 20 countdown for background noise. Everything had come back on an hour ago, but I was too chicken shit to get back upstairs. How was her brother playing a video game if the power went out?
Don't worry about it. You have a generator.
A magic generator.
No, it's like when the power just cut in Payday 2, the computer's still on. I mean,
oh, okay,
yeah, there you go.
That does make sense. I opened my computer. And the entire screen was back the one letter started off. As if going to make a word. I will read that again. I opened my computer and the entire screen was back the one letter started off as if going to make a word.
Sentences!
Yeah.
I'm looking at this sentence and I can't make heads or tails of it.
Hyphen. Before my brain could even react, my hand slamming the thing shut. Hyphen. The words, fuck that. Where out of my mouth in less than 4 seconds. I made supper and Mum came home that night perfectly fine. She noticed me pale and asked if I was ill. Mentally or physically, Mum, 'cause I'm leaning on going insane here, but I told her I was fine and called the bro up for supper. The phone wrong.
Well, phones are wrong.
Yeah, phones are pretty wrong.
Who was wrong?
That's
Who
the
was
best
wrong?
sentence. The phone wrong.
Jesus. You know, this is the one thing that was missing from my Ambition Creepypasta was shitty grammar. There should have been more of that.
I think she meant rang, but it says
Oh
wrong.
yeah.
No, she meant wrong.
The phone wrong.
She probably meant
Don't
wrong,
make a
maybe.
phone.
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
creepypasta. The phone is wrong.
The phone is wrong.
The phone is objectively wrong.
Okay, moving on. Annoyed, I told Mum I'd get it, got up and left into the living room. The last numbers in the number were 3323. The last numbers in the number. I instantly knew not to pick that up. 3323 on a phone spells dead. I clicked off the phone.
What?
Okay, the phone is wrong! The phone is wrong! Dead!
No, now I see why the phone is wrong. It can't spell.
So what was it? 3323?
I'll read the full sentence again. 3323 on a phone spells dead. I clicked off so the phone would stop ringing and told Mom it was nothing. Heh! Sleeping was going to fun and shit tonight.
What?
Heh!
Fun and shit,
Sleeping
okay.
was going to fun and shit tonight.
Because 3323 can't spell anything else.
Well, you see, Sleepy is going to be fun and shit.
Tonight.
Yeah, Sleepy is pretty fun.
Sleepy's gonna come out on the phone.
But if the phone was wrong, then shouldn't the phone spell alive?
Oh wow, it's getting self-aware. Later that night, it was the typical. Nightmares wake me up every night, but it's usually due to me needing therapy and stuff. Get up, goes to Mom, lets her know, get a drink, takes pills, go back to bed listening to Harry Potter on discs. From the moment I swung my legs out of bed, red fire alarms went off in my head, and I swung my happy ass straight back in that bed, curled into a feeble position, and jerked the blanket over my head.
Well, I mean, that's technically correct. Feeble is afraid.
But that is one, like... That's a 50 Shades of Grey sentence right there.
Not enough sex.
I think what we should be concerned about, Comfy Freak, is that you know what a 50 Shades of Grey sentence is.
I think you should all listen to Holy Cast So Freaking Pod. Because it is great.
Nope.
I listened to a bit of it and it's pretty great.
Now that we have that cross-promotion out of the way. Suddenly thankful for the thickness and size of my blanket. My cat, who... That was one sentence!
The thickness and size of my blanket.
Okay.
Well, the sentence
Dodge
is...
the bullet there.
Suddenly thankful for the thickness and size of my blanket.
Ladies.
Grammar!
Jesus
Okay.
Christ, my grammar's better than hers, and that's scaring me.
Okay. My cat, who loved a Roxy Shoes shoebox I had in the corner of my room, and would sleep in, didn't meow, which was unusual. Minute he saw I was awake, he went from big mean tiger to fluffy kitten, and attacks me for attention. Why wasn't he doing that now? Something
Well, the cat is wrong.
Yeah, well, the cat is wrong, too.
Everything's wrong. Dead!
Something was in my room, No. Someone. I didn't sleep the rest of the night, well aware of someone still being there. I didn't have the bollocks. Bollock? Is that how you spell bollocks?
B-O-L-L-O-C-K-S.
Yeah, okay. I didn't have the bollocks to say shit all, and they never breathed a word, as if silently waiting for me to move or look to see if they are gone. It's clumsy. Yeah, fuck that. That's a good paragraph. That paragraph has 3 words. Yeah, fuck that. Sums up my feelings.
But you see, it's creative writing, Copy Freak. You don't get the artistic value of that paragraph.
No, I'm saying it's a really good paragraph. I enjoyed that paragraph. That is my favorite paragraph in this whole thing. Yeah, fuck that.
Fuck that noise.
Sometime during my panic, I actually fell asleep. I woke the next morning with only a few of my fingers peeking out of my little ball. Otherwise, all was the same. I sat up. I survived the night. Period. Thank gods.
Which ones, but...
So she got a period
all
during
of
the
them.
night.
Apparently.
That's not a biggie.
There's an extra period in the sentence, so...
So, it's over?
Well, no, there's like...
Go ahead.
There's like 4 more paragraphs left. My fingers itched. I peeked down at them and nearly screamed. In thin cuts, someone had carved "sleep" into my middle finger. I still have the scars and wear them in terror. Something told me they weren't a goodbye gift, more a warning than anything. I deleted all history of video on YouTube and forced myself to forget, and I, lowercase I, put makeup over my middle finger. Sometimes when I'm in bed, I feel that strange presence, more vaguely threatening than anything, but not a move. Just standing there watching me silently. I usually lie on my side reading on my Kobo Vox.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say manga.
The hell's a Kobo
It's a
box?
Kobold box, yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell's a Kobo? Kobo Vox?
KOBO space VOX.
What the
Is it
hell
like
is that?
Is it like a DVR?
It's an e-reader.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
That
That's
makes
what
sense.
Google's telling me.
I know one day the person, or who I think it might be, will reveal themselves, and it won't be fun. But for now, they can stand there and watch me update my status on Creepypasta Wiki at 3 in the morning. Fangirling may not be what it's all cut out to be.
Is that the end?
That's the end.
Okay.
Do you get the pun? The cut pun?
Yeah.
Spinal.
I wasn't sure if that was a pun or if the person was just really bad at writing. Also, I would like to read the title of a creepypasta I have found, titled Lil Wayne's Secret.
So, who's
Okay.
gonna read it?
Hang on, I've got.
Channel.
It's not horrifying this time.
Also, I found a Furby.
The Sweet Smell of Japan, anime, manga, and Japan in North America.
Channel. Redlam.
Sweet smell of Japan.
Creepypasta.withya.com.
This is in a peer-reviewed journal.
Oh my god.
Who the fuck wrote that?
Let's see, his name... No, her name. Antonia Levi.
Like, even if it is a very well put together paper, who
Yeah.
let that title fly?
Yeah. Yeah.
If I was a professor, I would just punch her in the face. Just not even explain myself as punch her.
I don't
No,
care.
no,
Link
this
to
isn't, I'm pretty sure this wasn't published through a university, this was published independently.
Oh, that explains everything.
Well, independently, they operated independently, and then it was published via a peer-reviewed journal. So blame the journal editors.
I don't care, I'd still punch her. That has no place being a thing.
I think, Zen, you should read that last one that you just linked.
I was gonna say I think I'm gonna read this because there's no one better to read it than me. A Night of Nick Gas. Being a big fan of Nickelodeon shows from the 1990s, I was very disappointed when Nick Gas ended in 2007.
Zen,
Well, what?
did you write this?
No, I swear to God I did not. Well, about a week ago, I was channel surfing late at night when I saw Nick Gas in the lineup. I instantly assumed it was some sort of error. Nick Gas had been closed for quite some time now. Why would it be broadcasting today? I started watching a rerun of Figure It Out. About halfway in, I noticed something weird. The color was way off, and the contestant, the kid with the talent, was nowhere to be seen. I tried to keep watching, but it abruptly ended and quickly cut to the network bumper. Things quickly got horrifying. The kid on the bike was lying on the skate park floor with a bloody handlebar jutting through his chest. The rest was a static-ridden mess. I tried to convince myself it wasn't real. Maybe the signal got screwed up, or maybe we have another Max Headroom hacker. I ignored it and continued walking. Up next was what I thought was Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Oh boy!
But this was different. Olmec looked pissed about something. The announcer just stood there blankly, that's Kirk Funk for you. And the kids were nowhere to be seen. Then it cut to Team Red Jaguars trying to cross the moat, only to get brutally concussed and drowned.
So you did write this?
Sounds like something I'd write.
Well, it looks like something happens to the blue barracudas ahead, so you probably didn't write it.
Yeah.
No, remember
Mortified.
Zen hates all children.
Yeah.
No,
I
see, he wouldn't have anything happen to the Blue Barracudas until they were in the temple game.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
until
temple.
the temple. Once they get to the temple, I want the temple guards to kick their teeth in. Mortified, I tried to turn it off. My cable box kept giving me the same error message. Could not complete requested action. Please try again later. I tried to unplug it, but my cable box's battery was fully charged. It would be at least another hour. No, it doesn't work.
His cable box has a battery?
I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, in case the power goes out, you know? You gotta
like,
keep the cable box on.
Yeah, just like last Creepypasta, you know, the TV. Power went out.
Yeah. Open up your computer.
Yeah.
It would be at least another hour before this thing would die. I decided to keep calm and just let it run its course. The next shot was at the blue barracudas attempting the temple run. They abruptly stopped. I was treated to a shot of their mangled corpses embedded in a pit of spikes.
See, I told you.
I didn't
Zen
write
wrote
this.
It.
I swear
Zen,
to God.
you wrote it.
I didn't
Zen,
write
you
this.
fucking wrote it.
I would take credit for what I wrote.
Zen,
trust
you
me.
fucking wrote this.
I wrote Ambition. I wrote Papers, Please. I didn't write this.
You wrote it. Blue Barracudas died in the Temple Games. You wrote it.
I swear to God. Well, then the red jaguars would run the green monkeys.
I think we need a link for proven evidence.
He did link it.
Okay, and he didn't write it.
No, he still wrote it.
I didn't. Yeah, I ghost wrote this.
Yeah.
Guys, leave Zen alone. The real villain here is Kirk Fogg.
Yeah, see, he just stood there like he always does.
True.
Okay, moving on. Mortified and desperate, I tried to unplug the output cable. I couldn't see anything in the dark. I tried to convince myself that it was all some sort of elaborate hoax. The last show was Double Dare. It started out normally. Mark asked the questions and the kids would suck at answering them. That does sound like me. I was relieved to say the least. But then the physical challenge started. Dear God, the physical challenge! The kids were given AK-47s and forced to kill one member of the opposite team. That sounds like me.
Best challenge.
Zen, I still think this is you.
I'm sorry, I think I have to agree with Chuz now that it's what we would write.
This
Well,
really does
now I
sound
know what
like
we should
you.
do for Zen's next session.
The red kid crying shot the blue kid's mom. Mark then laughed demonically and proceeded to murder the red kid's mom. The corpses were bloodily lying on the floor, intestines and guts ripped out. I couldn't take it anymore. I poured a can of Fanta on my TV and started drinking it.
Yeah, that's how that works.
I received a replacement, but I have
None of
like
our TVs have plugs or anything.
Last night, Nick Gash showed up in the menu. The end.
The
But
child
thank you.
asked Mark, "Why are you making me do this?" And Mark replied, "Because I'm a terrorist."
That is
See,
like,
that's how I would have ended it if it were me.
it should have just started off with, remember the 90s?
See, it totally wasn't me. Green monkeys would have been killed instead of red jaguars. There wouldn't be Fanta.
Uh-huh.
And it would have ended with because I'm a terrorist.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there would be Fega.
Okay, here's another beautiful title. It was in October 1964 when I met the demon for the first time. Supocon manga and then some French words.
Lovely.
Are you sure that's not novels, girly novels?
Nope, this was actually published out of a Japanese university.
See, I was totally the person to read that story. But I didn't write it.
University of Tsukuba? I don't know how to pronounce that.
Tsukuba?
Skooma?
The question is where are you finding all these academic journals?
Well,
They're not particularly hard to find. I mean,
yeah, I'm a college student. Yeah, I could find them pretty damn easily.
So can I, but none this bad.
you're just not looking hard enough.
I'm searching psych info right now. I have found much garbage and surprisingly interesting things.
I was interested to see what papers you would find on bronies.
Well, I did find something that might be promising.
Nice.
Oh no, I'm a nerd, a hegemonic masculinity on an online forum, which sounds interesting.
That does sound pretty interesting. Anyway, onto creepypastas. Who's next to read?
Well, if Blazing
I'm
can
somewhat
actually
indisposed right now.
if Blazing can actually get through one, without dying,
Well, I could always read The Sweet Smell of Japan.
or
Nope.
you could
I'm
not.
good.
I found one called How to Become a God.
What?
Sure, I'll read that.
I'm
Nobody
seriously
wants to hear
afraid you guys are going to kill me.
You guys really don't want to hear The Sweet Smell of Japan?
Not particularly.
Not really.
You can't hear smells.
That's true. Well, unless you're like a weird person with a fucking sense.
Everybody
of
listen up, because this is how you become a god. The first thing you got to know is you've got it all wrong. Take everything you know about theology and throw it away. When you're ready, read on.
Okay.
It was a
Not
cold
ready.
night. Colder than usual for the city, at least. The moon shone above us, lighting our paths. We didn't need to see to know our destination. The place may as well have been programmed into our minds. The only place open on the far end of town, overlooking a placid ocean that stretched for who knows how long, drew us like a flame.
What city?
Who knows?
Denver.
God damn it, did I say that?
Denver's not ocean bound.
Well,
The building.
Ghostwalker.
Decrepit and decayed as it was, let loose a soft light from its one window. A single word, its paint chipped away, stretched over the plate glass. At one point, it read Jerry's. But now it was. But now it looked more like Ignis? ICNYS. Ignis? Isness? I don't know. The condition of.
I don't know. Go ahead.
On.
Channel devil.
That.
I see any.
The condition of the place bellied its popularity. Unless you knew of it, you'd overlook it or write it off as a drug den. Drugs were just one of the many things it offered, but only to a close crowd of hand-picked customers. Everyone else knew it as a coffee house that stayed open despite its lack of business. Many suspected that it was a front for something more sinister, or that it was simply being funded from the owner's pocket alone. If they only knew, they'd wish that the explanation was that simple. Still, the thoughts of the general populace aren't why you're reading this, are you? You're reading this because you're insane. Sorry, that just kind of slipped out. What I meant was you're reading this because you're seeking, like many others, deification. I have to warn you. You're traveling a well-worn but nonetheless dangerous path. If you want to continue, fine. Just don't blame me.
I don't think this person knows how to become a god. I assume gods have better grammar.
Wait,
No.
there's a bunch of like.
But what if they're the god of poor grammar?
Like, here's the thing. There's a comma, space, period.
Then a
about if
single
they're like
space.
What about if they're like an ancient Greek god and this is their first time trying out English?
Go
It's like
home, Gene.
it reads, I have to warn you, comma, then space, then a period, then another space, and then the continue. Oh wait, yeah, okay, here's the instructions. You're gonna need a full bottle of alcohol, preferably of whiskey, though the brand doesn't matter, a knife, a mix of Destroying Angel, Hellborn, and Belladonna. All of those things must be got at the same place. This is the place you will be performing the ritual. Comma, space, so be sure that it's lonely or you risk being caught. I know what you're thinking, comma. Yep.
I also like to point out the stuff he mentions is, I know Destroying Angel is a type of mushroom. I think
And
belladonna is also a mushroom.
I think belladonna's poisonous, isn't it?
What I
Destroying
like,
Angel is super toxic, like, you're dead if you take it.
Oh, so this person has brain damage. Okay.
what I like though is wait, is Destroying Angel the poisonous one?
It's that mushroom that kind of looks like a normal, like, cremini mushroom, but people mistake it, and they eat it, and stuff happens that are not so pleasant.
Can I finish the paragraph?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Okay. I know what you're thinking. How the hell am I to get a bottle of whiskey, a knife, and some rare herbs all in the same place? All I can say is there's ways. Manipulate a friend into buying these things and giving them to you at this ordained spot. Find the rare herb, knife, alcohol store. I don't know. I just know how it must be done. Anybody have something to say?
The
they
herb,
grow.
knife, alcohol store.
Yep.
Yeah.
They grow in North America.
Yeah.
Destroy Angel, I think it grows around here.
Belladonna, aka Deadly Nightshade, is just a plant that grows. There was some in my backyard.
You're one step closer to becoming a god.
Okay, when you've done this, wait for a night when the stars sparkle like the shards of a shattered mirror. If it's the right time, you should smell incense faintly on the wind. As soon as you arrive, the skies will darken to a royal purple, and the grasses, even if not present before, will blacken. The slightest touch will make them crumble, so it's easy to know where you've been before. Look to the horizon and you'll see the white pillars jutting up into the sky. Walk towards them. You'll want to take the most direct path possible. Trust me on this. It's my only gift to you. Let's see. Approaching them, you'll find a woman chained to the bottom of a deep well, deeper than you could possibly hold your breath. She doesn't struggle, doesn't scream, simply stares up at you with persistent want. Don't meet her gaze, or you'll find yourself walking towards the well, whether you want to or not. You'll jump in and eventually drown trying to save her.
Is this a JRPG?
Probably.
Just the ring.
Keep walking towards the pillars to find a series of raised platforms, forming a staircase to the highest one. As you walk up them, you'll hear and see the most terrible things. People being slowly flayed to the bone, infants being raped, people screaming for help, for mercy. Ignore them. They are but memories now, comma, space, period. You cannot save them.
What the actual fuck?
As you step onto the final platform, it'll collapse out beneath you. Still got the alcohol from before, comma, space, question mark. You're going to need it if luck's not in your favor. As you plummet to your death, you will hear one of two things: a powerful voice stating that this is not yet your time to die, or the same voice reciting a long list of everything you've ever done that would condemn you. If you hear the former, congratulations, you're in the clear. Skip the following message and carry on. If you hear the latter, well, then you'd better hope Death's thirsty. If he is, you can trade the bottle of alcohol for one more year. It will be easily the most uneventful year you'll ever have, because your unplanned for extension cannot be allowed to have effects on the lives of others, lest it attract the notice of the archgods, who are very destroy it all and start again happy. Still, this kind of thing happens when you make people serve thousand-year-long shifts. Just saying, if any of them are reading this. If it all goes no.
This instantly took a turn for the stupid.
Is the person who wrote this actually crazy?
Yes.
This person who actually wrote this legit god, and why the fuck he's spending his time on the internet writing this?
Like, it started out as kind of one of those really dumb Gideon Key things, and then it just took a left turn at Crazyville.
If all goes properly, you'll find yourself in a vast expanse of void. Stay perfectly still and watch the ground for flashing squares. These are the markers for the more forgetful deities, so that they can avoid a death by matter compression. That's right, you're in the heart of the black hole. Technically, you're smarter than even the lowest bit of subatomic material, but that's got no bearing on things.
Also,
so Grasslam, you're a god.
I am. Oh yeah, they are. You know, I usually just kill those people when they come in.
Remember the coffee house from before, comma, space, question mark. That's your end goal. As you walk through the wormhole, keep it in your mind. Feel the cool...
Is it wormhole or wormhole?
Wormhole. Feel the cool sea breeze on your face, smell the crisp, salt air. Hear the plucking of a nostalgic melody drift idly through the night. Go towards the light and open the door. If you did it correctly, you'll see a very empty coffee house. Tables are scattered throughout the room, all in states of disuse. Some chairs are tipped over, the food on the table waiting patiently for an owner who will never return. Choose one of them and sit down. Eventually, the piano man will notice you and come over. He will ask you why you're here so late at night. The smell of stale coffee and cigarette smokes will lace his every breath, but make no notice nor mention of this. Else, you will be found the next morning, reeking of bourbon and coffee. Your vocal cords will be messily removed from your throat, usually severing the jugular, and be discovered in your rectum.
Sing us a song, you're the piano man.
Sing us a song tonight.
Don't fuck with him.
If you give him a decent answer, he'll suddenly lean close to you and inhale deeply. Don't ask him what he's doing, just hold your packet of herbs. He'll snatch it away, and a greedy gleam in his eyes, and point his grubby thumb towards the back. Walk back in, you'll find the door to the cellar, conveniently hidden behind the register counter. Pull it open to find a beautiful man or a woman shackled to one of the tiny room's walls. As soon as you go down, the door will slam shut behind you. You hear the sounds of the lock clicking into place. The person before you is a god or goddess that has fallen from grace. If you wish to become a deity, you must find a way to kill them and steal their soul. Do this with much quickness, comma, space, period. Change or not, you're facing a deity. If you aren't destroyed in the first couple of seconds, you'll eventually starve to death. But you'd give anything to be powerful, wouldn't you?
So,
is this Demon Souls?
Is this God of War?
This is
This is the weirdest text adventure I've ever read.
Yeah, if I'm reading this correctly, this is somebody's terrible mix of, like, urban supernatural horror and Lovecraft.
Yeah.
It was mostly just kind of...
dumb. It was mostly dumb.
Oh no. I found one with the cat girl. And her name's Neko.
Blame Grassland.
Help.
Some blood got horrifically injured.
Channel Redline. Link to
That's a title.
creepypasta.wikia.com. Channel
Once again, I provide the best.
Help.
Why is magic spelt like that?
The king makes it extra special.
It's like the Lords of Magic.
I don't think we should read this one.
Spell magic.
Man, I got, like,
oh shit!
Wait, does it
I don't think we should read that one, Grassland.
like go through? Oh god.
Is it creepy? Not like actual, like, legitimate horror, just...
No.
Yeah, no.
That's always a good sign.
One day, a man who looked dangerously like a man cut himself with a beanbag. It was an absolutely horrific cut, spanning an amazing 1/10 of a centimeter on the upper anus.
What?
This was named after the anus, who cannot be named for legal reasons. Crack joke because he is cheeky. But yeah, some blood came out and landed in his Formula 1 car, and the race was about to start, but only the bit of blood was in the car, and the lights went green, and all the other cars that looked like cars started vrooming. And that
Cars
meant
that
that
look
the
like
bit of
cars?
blood had to dry because it was the only thing in the car, so it began to drive the car, but crashed into a skeleton that was bone dry on the racetrack, and it was horrific and scary and traumatic for the bit of blood that was driving the car, so it jumped out of the car, going 2,000 miles per hour. It got up, but then got splattered by other cars, and more blood went everywhere, and the car skidded in it, and also crashed, and it was the deadliest crash known to man. Fortunately, there were no deaths.
So Zen, you wrote that?
But it was scary.
You wrote that, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I actually did.
Well, I need some more time alone.
Wow.
This sounds like something I would write, though.
Should I read this one about Civilization 2?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I found one of Mr. Bones' Wild Ride.
Oh! See if there's a Mr. T creepypasta.
Oh my god. I hope there is.
So there is.
If there is, you gotta put the theme behind it.
Mr. T.
Who is Lester
No.
Rice, and why did he add me to his list?
What?
Lester Rice, he added me to his list on Twitter. Oh. I don't want to be girl
what
and
is his
internet
name?
anymore. Lester Rice.
Is that what it's on Twitter?
Yeah.
What is his list?
Channel Redland.
There you go.
To twitter.com.
Binary DNA? Oh, this one.
Channel Redland.
Huh?
To twitter.com.
I'm sorry, I really just spaced out for a minute out of extreme stupidity.
Here's one called Godmaker.
Like Princess Maker?
Actually, no.
Yeah, you raise them up and then you marry them off to a dragon or something.
No, you raise them up and then they kill God and become the devil.
Channel
You raise them up and then they marry your worst enemy's mother and then have a dragon baby.
You raise them up and then they get dazzled and die, and that's how Sight Stream ended.
They effectively become Beowulf.
I don't know, Copy Freak, read that Civilization one.
I actually have to go to the train station, but I'll be back later. I don't know if you'll still be streaming then.
Depends.
I don't know, I think I might go for an hour
I mean,
Redland entered channel.
Devious Vacuum just posted the latest Girl Games video and it's titled Body Horror.
Oh god.
Yeah. Right.
Wait, what's this? True meaning of Minecraft? Holy shit, what's going on here? Oh my god, my eyes. What is paragraph? I do not know what paragraph is.
I'll read that one.
There is a shocking lack among the social sciences of anything about brownies.
Channel Redland.
You know what?
Creepypasta.withya.com.
It's okay to not understand the true meaning of Minecraft. After all, it's Christmas.
Wait, brownies or bronies?
Brownies.
There's nothing on brownies either.
Wow, there's a Minecraft creepypasta with no mention of Herobrine?
Does this guy not? Well, this guy doesn't even know what the fuck a paragraph is.
See, that was the exact same thing that happened to me when I read that fucking Phoenix Wright one. It was all one line.
Why do you think I said what is a paragraph? How did they work?
Dark Rayman theory.
I think it has Herobrine in it because it said something about him. I don't know, just read the shit.
There's one just called No More Heroes.
I just control F to see if I could see if it was in there because I wasn't reading this entire whole paragraph, but nothing came up.
Have fun, Blazing.
Jesus Christ. Alright, the true meaning of Minecraft. I just want to say that if you're looking for a story about a kid playing a PC game, you're wrong. What I'm about to tell you still haunts my dreams and I feel like I'm going insane, but you must know. For Eddie, It was a Sunday night and I was playing Minecraft all day with my best friend Eddie. Me and Eddie didn't really know each other because we only met in game. I knew he lived in Colorado and I was in California, but that was about it, and his name. Anyway, we had BIN playing all day, recording a lot of gameplay for a YouTube channel we wanted to start. Me and Eddie had just started a new world and we were about to go mining until I looked at the time. Ah shit, I said in a pressing tone. What is it? You run into a creeper? Eddie asked. No, it's 2:30 and I have a test tomorrow. Look, can this continue tomorrow? Sure, Jacob. Can you at least post a video on what we did today, please? Fine, Ed, I'll talk to you after school. See ya. I logged off Skype and went straight to YouTube and posted the video. To make sure the video was posted smoothly, I went to my email to search for the verification. As I scrolled through junk emails, I found the email. The video posted correctly, and I gave a sigh of relief. As I backed away from the email to log out, I noticed an email that got my attention. And the weird thing is, I didn't notice it before.
Email.
Several problems with this, like
Email.
the fact that he said he just posted a video and had no mention of editing it, which I guess is 100% accurate.
That's the real scary part.
Email.
Email.
The title of the email was called The True Meaning of Minecraft. What the hell? I said to myself and clicked the email to see what it was. The email was a server LP and the sentence was, "It's not just a game." I couldn't resist, so I put on the... I couldn't resist, so I put the IP on a piece of paper, logged off my email, closed the window, and opened up Minecraft. I pulled up a multiplayer and typed the IP in. The world started up extremely fast and found myself in a huge empty world. I looked around a bit to see if I could find a village, but there was nothing I could find. I was about to leave until I noticed a huge hole in the ground that was deep. I shifted to the side and looked in, but saw nothing. I guess I'll have to jump. So I did. As I was falling farther and farther down, my screen shot black. Then a video started up, like a home movie. The camera was pointed at a tree with a tire attached to it. Nothing was happening for a good 5 minutes until a boy came out from behind the tree. He looked about 8 and had brown hair, white skin, blue eyes, a light blue shirt, and dark blue jeans. What the hell? It looks like Steve, I thought to myself. I continued to watch as the boy played around all happy. Then another boy came out from behind the tree and also looked like Steve. I thought to myself, what is going on? I didn't know what was going on and I had no idea what a video from the real world was doing in Minecraft. I then saw the happy jolly Steve run into his twin and put his arms around him. The screen went black. Another movie started at the speed of light. I was in fear for what I saw shouldn't be real. I saw the twin standing over Steve, but Steve was dead. His guts had been spilled all over the floor and blood was all over his brother. The camera closed up on the twin's face and the twin smiled an evil grin. Then images of mental patients kill themselves popped all over the screen, and each picture was worse and worse. I saw a little girl eat her own eyes as she plucked them right out. I saw an old man laugh.
Well, I guess she didn't see it, though.
I saw an old man laugh in a corner as he stabbed himself over and over again. I hurried to unplug my computer, and very soon, everything stopped and the room was quiet. I cried and cried as each image replayed themselves in my head. I awoke to the sounds of birds. I looked around to see where I was.
Wake up!
I was on the floor where I had BIN crying. I looked at the time and noticed that I was late for school, but I couldn't go to school. Not when that had just happened, so I called in sick. I turned on my computer and went to Skype. I called my friend Eddie because he said he was online. It rang until I heard an answer. Eddie, you won't believe what just... I was interrupted by a man's voice. Who is this? The man asked. Jacob, a friend of Eddie's. Why, is everything okay? I heard in the background Eddie's mom crying and screaming as if she was talking to death. You killed him! You killed him! She kept saying. The man spoke in. I'm an officer. Your friend Eddie was killed last night. I froze as the police officer sentence ran in my ear. How? I screamed. We don't know much, son, but we had found handprints. Do you two hang out with any kids? The officer asked. Well, I live in California, but I don't think he has. Why? Well, because the handprints belong to what it looked like an 8-year-old child.
So
I
I
guess
found
this actually was a hero brain story.
So I found another one, which I quote word for word. I'm a Twilight vampire.
Yeah.
And I mentioned PewDiePie.
I'm not reading that one.
Yeah, you already read a PewDiePie creepypasta, so...
Yeah, I know. That's why.
Channel Breslin. Link to creepypasta.withya.com.
Get it?
Channel Vinskismus. Link to creepypasta.withya.com.
Look at the beautiful work.
I don't know.
Okay.
Who wants to take these?
I guess I'll take Insanity the Beast since I haven't read one. Let me turn down the music so I don't have Majula playing over it. Today's life uses the term insanity out of proper context. The textbook definition is insanity, craziness, or madness. It is a spectrum of behaviors characterized by certain abnormal mental or behavioral patterns. No one ever delves into the thoughts of the insane. I should know. 6 periods. I know someone somewhere will point out all the cliche apostrophe S. But I'm just writing what I have witnessed. My life has been all but normal. I see things such as what a human would think of as pure. 4 periods. Fake? Unreal? Imaginary? Well, whatever you think these things might be, that doesn't make them not real, just less noticeable. Take the Slender Man, for example. You think, oh, it's just one of those these stories, mad to fool people, parentheses, little kids, in parentheses, into a fright. Well, what if I were to tell you, they are real?
Saw Slenderman is real?
You would find me insane, no?
Yes.
There are a lot of things hidden that mankind is not ready to yet encounter. I've never talked about this to anyone except certain friends. Parentheses, me being anti-SoCal. In parentheses. Why not do it on the internet where people will be thinking I'm just joking, haha, just writing a story. I digress. You see, some things like Slenderman is somewhat true, as to were, well, others may be just a story. People such as PewDiePie and others who play a large amount of horror might gain a slight advantage/disadvantage to things humans can't comprehend. Disadvantage is, of course, what happened to me, pardon the expression, but they can go batshit crazy. You see, I was a human like you, parentheses, possibly, in parentheses, until I had my first void dream. Which I'll explain in a moment.
Grass isn't human.
After the void dream, my horrible destiny became real. I took position at the throne of my realm as prince. Oh, while we are on that topic, I'm a Twilight vampire.
By the way, I sparkle.
Don't get any idea apostrophe S, it's more complicated, in parentheses. As I was saying, or as I was 2 spaces saying, in the void dream, I was confronted by a witch, whom put me through through virus trials. At the end was, comma, I had to kill Satan. When... Holy shit.
Who cares?
Holy shit, the spelling. When finished, spelled F-I-N-N-E-S-H-E-D. Beaten and bloody. Beating with the G taken off an apostrophe in this place. I claimed the Temple of Forbidden Knowledge. Is this a D&D campaign?
No, this is Lestat. This is Anne Rice's later works, man.
Oh, you're right. There it is. Here's author's note. Let's see. I would soon find that to be valuable and had to save it countless times. Anyway, I had a choice: die in the void dream or fulfill the destiny. Years later, about last year, I found that was a horrible idea. I'm bordering on the edge of insanity. Or the edge of sanity. I can't sleep at night. My thirst, if left unfed, will slowly kill me from the inside. In Go About Me, though, the wood you is much... What the fuck is this sentence? Let me start over. In Go About Me, the wood you is much different than you see it. There are 3 realms of being: overworld, underworld, and the human ground.
This is fucking Mortal Kombat?
My path in life is to protect you humans from being killed by things you can't see because you're not developed. I will explain more in depth in later entries. The insanity of a person is not mirrored by how he acts. It's whom he is. You will believe.
I will believe, don't worry.
Those were certainly kinda some words.
Yeah, a little.
In Go About Me, though. I have to fulfill destiny.
Were together in words and formed sentences?
Kind of sentences.
I imagine this is what Anne Rice's writing looks like before an editor gets at it.
Oh my god, Team Fortress 2. Play dead. I'm gonna have to dig through this one.
It just keeps on getting better and better.
Go on, Bo. We're at the edge of our seats.
Oh, is that it?
Oh, is that
or
it?
am I reading both?
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. You will believe.
Okay.
Yeah, you will believe.
Yeah.
You will believe.
You believe
You will
now,
Bolivia.
right? The phone is wrong. You believe that, right?
Yeah, no, dead. It smells dead.
That was the best thing we've ever read.
You know
The
what's so
phone
funny?
is wrong.
And then I made a bear noise and went to the home planet of Canada.
3323 equals dead.
I literally just googled PewDiePie and that one came up.
Insanity of the Beast?
I'm not clicking that.
Yep.
Insanity of the Beast is the one I just read, Jay.
Oh. Still not clicking it.
That's fair.
For good reason.
I'm anti-SoCal.
Yeah.
I clicked academic journal entries about Yaoi. I've clicked enough horrible things today.
Yeah,
Yep,
she's
they'll quote it immediately.
she's anti-Southern California.
No, I mean it's not SoCal, it's SoCal, like S-O-C-A-I-L.
Okay.
Alright.
So they were almost right.
He is extreme anti-SoCal.
Alright, guys, are you prepared to hear what I just found?
Sure.
I
Are
don't know
you
if
really
I can handle
prepared?
anymore.
I am
No.
seriously. Are you ready?
Like
Let
my
me-
I'm
face,
not ready, but do it anyways.
This
My
is the
face-
title.
actually
Go ahead.
started burning.
Let me tell you about the title of this thing I found, which I will not read, but one of you suckers can. It is called While in My Fursuit.
No.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
No.
No.
No, no, no,
No.
no, no,
No.
No.
I've clicked enough horrible things today.
This is what I got.
Absolutely not.
This is what I got for looking at PewDiePie.
So
you got what was coming to you.
What I'm gonna guess is that PewDiePie comes to someone at night and he's got a hyper-realistic fursuit. And then he kills him or something, I don't know.
To be fair, nothing would be more horrifying
Yeah.
than a hyper-realistic fursuit.
Especially if PewDiePie's in it.
Yeah.
No, it's
Oh
a
god, now I
hyper-realistic
have the mental
fursuit
image
of
in my head.
PewDiePie.
He just shows up in your room at night, yells something about barrels, and disappears. And somehow it gets like 8 million views, you know.
Apparently, it's about a convention.
No.
Well, I don't know. I think I
And
got
Pokemon?
one more in me.
Okay, I have to live with a real, actual life furry. I am not going to listen to this.
Oh, you poor shit.
Oh god, why?
Because I go to an art college.
Oh right, I forgot.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So Zen.
Well, then again, Blazing, there's a brony in one of my classes.
Who was it who was tweeting about like Bitcoiners the other day?
Probably
Oatmeal?
Oh no, that
Oatmeal,
was
yeah.
Fat Larry. It was
No,
Fat
Fat
Larry.
Larry, yeah. Fat Larry was like making fun of that
yeah.
Bitcoiner.
Was it like his
And
teacher or something?
No,
You
it
suckers
was
have fun if I go AFK.
somebody was doing a presentation on Bitcoin. And keep in
And about-
mind, Larry is a law school student, so
And about how
be afraid.
Speculators are fucking cartoon villains with superpowers.
But yeah, Zen.
Psychology of personality, and there is a brony in my class.
What do you have to grace us with? Oh no, did Zen
What is
die?
he? I think Zen died. Or maybe his internet is a potato.
Or not. Let's see if we can find another one.
I mean, I could still grace everybody with the sweet smell
Well,
of
I'm good.
No.
Jay, quit trying to be a Kage.
Oh, what's that mean?
Oh god, that
Ban.
part was just beautiful.
Ban. Ban.
You'll see when the session comes out.
I mean, this is a glorious 14 pages of shit.
We don't know. No. No.
No?
About 14 pages too many.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Are there any studies on Red Brown in there?
Probably not.
Hang on, let me see.
Because I would be totally down with you reading one of those.
Here's one called Abandoned Servers.
How great would it be if there was a Strike Commando creepypasta?
And then Red Brown wore a not so tiny shirt. And it was terrible.
Yeah, Red Brown wears a normal size shirt and doesn't do anything interesting.
And then Red Brown starts
Dakota's
being a
not even
pacifist,
there.
And he's trying to talk his way out of problems. And he burns all his guns and melts it to gold to give to starving children.
He melts his guns. He melts his guns, which are not made out of gold, into gold.
Wait, it should be like from the perspective of a Korean soldier or a Vietnamese soldier with the monster Reb Brown going through the woods killing his comrades.
That's their version of Creepypasta. And at night, you could hear a white man screaming, Dakota!
Amerikanski!
They say never go into that forest at night. Or else you'll too become Red Brown.
That would be
Red
awesome.
Brown.
We'll become Red Brown.
And forever be forced to wear half shirts your size.
That would, well, I mean, you'd be Red Brown. You'd have Red Brown's awesome physique, so. Because he's still buff as hell.
And his ability to not age.
Are you saying that Red Brown's a Highlander?
Yes. That's why all the Highlander movies have been bad. Red Brown hasn't been in them to portray it accurately.
Instead of a sword, he's just got a fucking M60.
Who needs a claymore when you have a gun?
Shoot someone in the neck enough and their head will fall off.
Well, I mean, we did watch Mad Bull 34.
I wonder if there's
Where
a
someone
Mad
gets
Bull creepypasta.
shot through a mast.
Oh, that is a great idea.
Again, I feel like that would be from the perspective of the criminals with the monster Mad Bull.
Well, I mean, Sleepy is an actual monster, so.
Yeah, he kinda is.
And then, all of a sudden, he pulls down his pants, and it was
And there's
covered in grenades.
All the grenades! No!
I feel like since the creepypasta instead affixed to him are like the shrunken heads of his foes.
Which are also grenades.
Which are also attached to his pubes.
And screaming with hyper-boosted blood.
And then Red Brown was a ghost.
And then a skeleton popped out.
And then you became a god.
And the skeleton was not weak to fire.
And that god was a potato.
Who also was a computer.
In space.
We don't know how the fuck he got in space.
Well, he's a god potato, of course he can get into space.
But why would space need potatoes? Is he like Irish space god?
Racist. I gotta say racist again.
Well, no one's got anything else to read. I think I'm about done playing Isaac.
There was that Harvest Moon one.
Oh yeah, someone should read that.
I can't find a Mad Bull 34 one. I'm actually depressed at that.
I'm just gonna read Insanity of the Beast over again.
Oh!
No, read the end of the Rocket Power one.
No, read the Harvest Moon one.
I think we should read some Mass Effect creepypasta, really.
No, there was one I remember. I need to find it though.
But will you believe?
Are you also a Twilight Vampire and Prince of the Void?
That's fucking Oh, while we're on that topic, I'm a Twilight Vampire. Don't get any idea apostrophe S. It's more complicated.
Yeah, that's how Anne Rice writes.
Some editor just gets it and they're just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Why did I draw the long straw? Damn it.
There are 3 people actually watching this shit.
Although, why do you read Anne Rice books, Jay?
Well, I did back in high school.
But why?
I think D-Vac is in here too.
Yeah, D-Vac did too.
God damn it, Zen's back.
Oh, good.
I'm back.
I need to find it.
I should tweet that to my Twitter. This insanity the beast.
I'll be right back.
So are we going to end this the same way we ended last time?
I don't even remember how we ended it last time.
We found a My Little Pony creepypasta and everybody
Nope!
refused to read it.
Let me
Those aren't
find
hard
one.
to find. Those aren't hard to find.
It's like candy. I'm doing it.
Nope.
I'm doing it.
Somebody
It could be
ban Grassland.
cupcakes.
I did this for you, Derp.
Nope.
I am the princess of this void.
Nope.
You're still Resident Evil 6.
Be happy you have shitty eating out loud skills.
Or Haunted MGS3.
You can. I don't know, D-Vac.
That's a good question, D-Vac.
and stream. And stream now.
So, I have a good idea. Who wants to read Fight of Metal Gears?
Oh
I
wait,
already
this was
read
being
that.
streamed?
Yeah,
Yes, this was being streamed.
Oh.
All this time.
there's 12 people watching us. That's a dozen people
Oh.
for eggs.
No, it's all of us and 3 extra people. Somebody, Grand Cheater, and D-Vac.
Yeah, we tweeted it.
I could read a Garfield story.
That's okay.
Is it
Zero
Garf
Dark
Body
Garf?
or is it Pam Body Garfhead?
It's Zero Dark Garfield.
Oh, is it the one where Garfield is George Washington?
No, that's a different one. He's not George Washington. He beats the shit out of George Washington for being less of a man than him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
God damn it, George Washington.
And then he fucks his wife. And then George Washington walks in the room and just kind of gives him a thumbs up.
Yeah.
You're gonna kill me before Pathfinder.
I wish I was making that up.
Don't worry, a lich will get to you later.
Shut up.
The Lich made of Yawai.
What's up with you and Yawai today?
I found that study and it is corrupted my entire day.
So it's like a golem of anime men?
Yes.
No! No!
Isn't that a Persona boss?
Good night, everyone.
Yeah,
Good night.